Hey Dudesmans, I'm going to be making a video on Bandit Rewards quest. I'll go into the basics obviously for new players and go into in-depth details on what the rewards are for veteran players and what I suggest for different play styles. So first of all, if you're a new player, you probably don't know anything that I'm talking about when I say Bandit Rewards quest. When you get to Act 2 in any of the difficulties, you will encounter 3 bandits. You have the chance to destroy the bandits or side with one of them. If you destroy all of the bandits, you get 1 passive skill point extra, and if you side with one of the bandits, you get certain rewards. Where you find the bandits is in Act 2. You find 1 in Broken Bridge, 1 in Western Forest, and 1 in Pools and Streams. So I'll go over the rewards now. If you side with Creighton in normal difficulty, you get plus 8% to all elemental resistances. If you side with Alira, you get 40 base mana, and Oak, you get 40 base health. And of course, if you kill them all, you get a passive point. I would suggest for most classes, as long as you aren't going Chaos Inoculation, the 40 base life is probably the best bet to go, because it's only 40 base life, but that is multiplied by all the percentage life nodes that you're going to be getting. Especially in hardcore, this is very important. But if you don't need the life, I would suggest going for the passive skill point, because you can get more than 8% all elemental resistances with 1 passive point. So when you get to Cruel, siding with Creighton will give you plus 4% increased attack speed, Alira will give you plus 4% cast speed, Oak will give you plus 12% physical damage, and of course killing all will give you another passive point. In my opinion, unless you're doing a heavy shock build that you're trying to shock all the time, or doing a permafreeze build, especially if you're using GMP Ice Spear double totems, then of course side with Alira so you get your cast speed bonus. Other than that, I think that it's probably better to get a physical passive point. There's maybe some chances when you want the 12% physical damage from Oak, but usually a passive point will let you go farther in the tree and is worth it more times than not. On Merciless, if you side with Creighton, you get a Frenzy Charge, Alira will give you a Power Charge, and Oak will give you an Endurance Charge. Now for you guys that aren't familiar what charges are, basically you get abilities in the game that will give you charges of whatever they're called, orbs or something, and you can only have a max of 3, I begin to start out with. You can also increase them with passives and of course the Bandit quest. What Frenzy Charges do is they increase your attack speed by 5% and your cast speed by 5%. So again, Frenzy Charge is pretty nice to have if you're doing a GMP double totem Ice Spear build, or any build where you're going to be not casting yourself and are able to get Frenzy Charges. Endurance Charges increase your physical damage by 5% per charge, and 5% elemental increased resistances per charge. And I believe on enemies they also get a HP regen, but I don't believe this is if they works on PCs anymore. A Power Charge increases your critical strike chance by 50% per charge, so pretty nice if you're doing a crit build that requires lots of or if you can get lots of charges. And that's pretty much the basics of the Bandit quest. When you side with all the bandits or kill them all, you get the Apex, which is the item you need to summon Veil from the Veil Runes. On a side note, before I end this video, I'd like to point out that Oak, which is the one in Pools and Streams, is the hardest bandit to kill by far, because he uses Leap Slam and does tons of damage. So if you're on hardcore, I would seriously advise getting some help in beating him. Otherwise, double totem builds and summoner builds don't have too much of a problem with him. We can kite him behind the tent and just drop totems. I might make a further video on how to beat him soon. And I think that's about it. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to write me. I'm also going to put links to all the information about which bandits give what rewards in the description, so go ahead and read that if you wanted further information on that. And as always, if you like my videos, please subscribe. Thank you.